You think that was respectful, bro? Really? No. And here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. I'll say this, Rose, and I'll say this to you, AJ, because when Queen Me read it, she even said it's it was very well written. He articulated himself very well. It wasn't a lot of cussing. Wasn't no fuck yous or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But you said not respectful, but not attacking. Y'all, do you want me to read this? Do you want me to read it? AJ, are you okay with me reading this? Rose, are you okay with me reading it? You all want me to read this? Because I'll read it. I could let the chat decide for themselves if it's disrespectful or not. Because that shit, like I said, when right, exactly, Punky, exactly. Yeah, no, George, listen, George, I hear you saying that. I hear you saying that. But like I said, niggas was messaging me about you. Niggas like niggas was messaging me because they wanted me to do something clearly about you. So that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, this shit. You mean y'all niggas is a trip, bro. Y'all niggas is a trip. I swear to God, man. Because listen, to be honest, and listen, the way I roll, right? I say what I'm gonna say, and I'm strategic about it. So when I first got up here, right, I started talking about niggas just ungrateful because one of y'all crew members decided to message me when I was trying to fucking relax and shit and let it all go, even though I've been agitated, right? But one of y'all's crew members decided to message me and shit. But then I get up here and I start talking about like, yeah, niggas ungrateful, da da da. I gotta get it off my chest because I'm venting, right? But then like the niggas that have been talking about me decided to come up in here and address me directly. So now, because I didn't say your names at first, but y'all want to come and address me directly about it, which okay, that's cool. That's cool. But like I said, yo, done, no, done nothing. I've done nothing but good for y'all. Niggas is crazy. This is so crazy, bro. It's so crazy, man. It really is. It really is. You know, me and Fish talked yesterday, and I told Fish, I was like, yo, look, for real, for real. I was like, we can have this meeting whenever. And I said, we can actually have this meeting on stream. Like for real. I was like, we got this meeting on stream if these motherfuckers feel so strongly that they because I was like, hey, the chat might agree with them. Chat might agree with them. What up, Cryptic? Um, and he was like, nah, nigga, don't do that on stream. That's not cool. You know what I'm saying? Because that's like, you know what I'm saying? That's like a public assassination and da da da. And I was like, yo, look, man. I was like, nigga, me and you have known each other for a long time. If me and you started beefing, like I'm not gonna run to the internet and shit. Like we gonna handle the shit behind closed doors and all that. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to like cats that I met online that I've done nothing but look out for and be kind to and shit like that, and somehow there's a sense of entitlement where like I get sent a message and listen, I'm gonna be grown. I'm gonna take the high road here, and I'm not gonna read this message. I'm not gonna read this message. But it, what y'all are saying up here, downplaying it, acting like this is somehow some constructive criticism type shit. That's not what was sent to me. That's not what was sent to me at all. This shit is like hostile. It really is. I don't know what y'all talking about. That like, yo, he got his point across, but it wasn't disrespectful. Like, no, this shit was very disrespectful. When you tell me just a simple fact, just a simple fact that you say DTS is a sinking ship, how dare you? How dare you? The nerve of you. The nerve of you who was allowed to get on this DTS ship with no ticket. You're allowed to get on with no ticket. And now you're jumping off because it's somehow a sinking ship to you. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. Crazy. And this is where I've been the last couple of days, bro. Some of this shit is almost fucking laughable, but it's so angering because of the fact that it's like, yo, for a motherfucker to slap your hand, like, yo, that's like me going to some nigga like, yo, man, here's $100, bro. Nah, get that shit out my face. It's not 1,000. Ah, man. You told him to make a hoodie furry suit? Yeah, that would be an honor. That might be one that I would actually wear because I know that shit would probably be cool. Do I want to show what? The text? Okay. All right. All right. So if you want me to read them, I will. All right. So, hey, hoodie, it's AJ. Try not to bring up or reference any specific drama, as I've been told you don't want to hear of any of it, which is sadly unrealistic in a streaming space. Not true. Just because I'm a streamer does not mean I have to participate in y'all's drama. After recent events over the weekend and last night in chat on the boardwalk, I feel let down by a lot and many things. I have been trying to push Black Hoodie and the entirety of DTS to something that is more productive and taken more serious. I didn't know we were a joke. Only to receive more and more pushback every step of the way. From who? Who? None of this is disrespect, yo. Cause listen, just because you say it nice, just because you say it nice doesn't mean it's not disrespect if it's not true. When the fuck have I been pushing back on AJ? When have I been pushing back on you, AJ? All right, so I was told by Moog that I should either risk timing, banning, spam, inappropriate comments, and personal attacks as a moderator, and then potentially have to face you as a ask forgiveness, or I should take a step back from moderator. Neither are things I want, and it's truthfully a shit ultimatum to be placed between. I never did. I never did. I never said anything about not wanting the mods to be mods and do what they do. All I simply said was the one guy that came in here talking about my daughter being with all these guys. Remember, I said, yo, no, don't ban him, let him back in. That's what I was talking about. Moog somehow took that and thought that I meant across the board, said it to you, you reacted. That wasn't what I said. Um, Moog has said he's taking his hands off and trying to help his he's taking his hands off of trying to help as much in chats and on stream. He's also said he may never come back to streaming even if he can get his PC fixed. All right, so I'll talk to Moog about that. At this point, I do not see and think DTS or Black Hoodie as a channel group will be anywhere near the level of success and productivity it was creating when things first came about. Really? 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 So I'm just not living up to your expectations all of a sudden? Really? Okay. So let's go on. Things like listening to copyright audio all stream ruin the ability to post VODs without your sound being split. Embracing and actively leaning into the gooners and goonettes aspect is only inviting inappropriate and disrespectful people that get comfortable because mods feel like we can't say or do anything, then become out of pocket with a long chat history of misogynistic sexual posts. That's going on in here. That's happening here. Because I don't know where the fuck that's been happening. I haven't been seeing a bunch of misogynistic posts in here. And the goon and goonette thing, yo, that's something that we've had. It's not like I'm not participating. It's been a funny fucking conversation. Like, yo, I was told that people that know, in quotes, people that know Hoodie as a person know you have to learn lessons the hard way most times. Don't know where that's coming from. I've spent days making footage, and Moog did tell me he said that to you. I've spent days making footage, networking, reaching out, and messaging on your behalf to try to grow your channel to where everyone would like to see it. Meanwhile, others in the chat and channel try to force their opinions, stream direction, and self-interest on you relentlessly. Stinky, the guy that you're up there talking with, Stinky. Um, I do not like the direction streams are going in, and really do not like the lack of any productivity produced by DTS. What does that mean, AJ? What are we not producing for you, bro? We didn't produce when we came and brought you the smoke. We didn't produce when we did the polar plunge for charity. What are we not doing for you? What are we not being productive enough with? I'm not saying I'm stepping down or walking away. I would much rather have a very open and honest discussion with as many members of DTS at a time as possible. However, if this is a situation where you feel it is in your best interest to make me you put make in quotes. I like that. Make me take a step back by unmodding me, then it is your channel, and I can only respect that and you as a person, which I always have and always will, regardless. Unfortunately, if you do feel that this is the case, I think my next self-made decision would be stepping almost completely out of DTS as a whole, really only staying around by name and passive association. I am not the first DTS member that has expressed the lack of productivity and feeling like leaving the group may actually be more beneficial at a point. Again, I'm not trying to attack or disrespect anyone or any channel, group, or stream. This is simply a cry from the mountaintop for a conversation openly and honestly amongst us all. Even if at the end of the conversation you feel it is best for myself to step back or leave, I will. That will never change, no matter how upset it will make me. I have much respect for you as a person and someone I consider a friend. I'm sorry, this is probably repetitive and long-winded. I'm very burnt out, mentally and anguished. Understand this conversation needs to happen maturely. I am free anytime you would like to address this one-on-one in any environment. Thank you. I'm praying things can get better and return to the productive energy that feels like has since left. Yeah, yeah, shit was it was pretty long. It was pretty long. I mean, but was it? What do you guys think? Was it? Am I overreacting? Am I overreacting? I mean, does it sound like was that constructive criticism and I'm just being sensitive? Yeah, say work harder, right? I know, I know, I know, I know. I got to do better. I got to do better. 'Cause I owe people shit. Thank you, Dick. That's what I'm saying. I never asked any. Like, it's crazy when people will tell me that they've been doing all these things for me that I've never asked them to do, and now they're mad at me about my lack of appreciation for it. Like like for somebody to be saying that they've been emailing and reaching out, like I didn't know you doing that. Like, but you mad at me? You're mad at me because I didn't know you were doing it. Now so somehow I don't appreciate that. Yeah, that. Thank you, Pokey. That's pretty much the summary. That's what I'm saying, yo. That's what I'm saying. And look, Rose's he may have left the building and shit because I know he ain't really liking the way this is going down. But like I said, for people to sit up here and tell me that like what I read ain't what I read, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that's crazy to me. It's only four people out of DTS actually look, bro. Listen, I apologize. I'm not active on the Discord like that. I'm just not. And I apologize for that. I've done it many times. Like, yo, I have mental like yo, I've said many times, bro, and I don't try to make excuses, man. It is what it is, man. I'm old. I'm not a 21-year-old. I'm not in the 20s like you, AJ. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm an older cat, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I hope that I get big and shit. In the meantime, like, I still do deal with days where like, yo, because like I said, I'm in this clinical study, bro, and they switched up my medicine. So now my body's been acting up more. So now I got like I told you, I had to have go to them and really press them to give me something because my fucking face, I was turning into a Phantom of the Opera and shit. Like my shit was breaking out. So I got shit that goes on. I'm sorry, I'm not up on the Discord like that, man. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean that I don't give a fuck. You say I'm not 25. What up, AJ Reddick? Nah, all is not well, bro. It's not well. I mean, it is, man. At the end of the day, because these is, some of this shit, I guess, is it needs to happen. If these are the true feelings of people, then this is what needs to happen. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, when it comes to Stinky, man, like that shit's crazy, bro. That's just I can't believe that motherfucker sent me that message tonight. That's crazy. That really is. Yeah, like Rose. Honestly, the main thing it felt like the vibe started to change after the whole Marvel Rivals thing. After when I couldn't really, because I had a lot going on. That was like right around when the whole thing happened with the switch in my medicine and shit like that, and I just had shit going on. You know what I'm saying? And so then next thing you know, it just seemed like, I remember Moog hit me up like, yo, so what's the deal, man? Da, da, da. And I could hear in his voice, he sounded discouraged. Like, and I could tell, like, by the way he was sounding, he was probably having talks with y'all. So I knew that, yeah, like, I know these niggas probably ain't happy. They feel like I'm stringing them along. And I didn't feel good about that. I didn't feel good about it, but it was nothing I can do. like I said, my daughter's busy, man. I wish that I could say like, yo, Cinna, let's do it on such and such day, and it's gonna happen. But that's just not the case. Now that she has a Marvel Rival sponsor, I don't even know what the rules are with that. I don't even know if she's even allowed to just play us. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if that's the case. So that's what I say, that was something that I did feel bad on, but it just seemed like after that, the energy just really seemed to switch with y'all, man. And I picked up on it. But like I said, my whole thing is, I I I wouldn't think that y'all would actually have any problem with me. You know what I'm saying? Or DTS. I can see y'all wanting to like do more and bring and bring something to the table. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, for a nigga to sign off on me, for me to get the message that Stinky has left the DTS disc, nigga, that shit's fucking comedy. That shit's so rude. It's comedy, bro. And I don't think anybody in this motherfucker is gonna cry that Stinky's not in here trying to hijack my fucking streams. Cause that's what he would do. And y'all have seen it. Moog had to say something to him. Yo, just recently, Stinky kept trying to talk about the need for speed shit to the point where Fish was like, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, we not tripping. We not tripping. But for a nigga to send me a message when he's been nothing but a leech to me and send me a message like, yeah, I think I'm better off than like what the what? What because I didn't stick up for your wife, bro. That's why you really, really, because I won't play Warframe once a week. Once a week, like you asked me to. Because if I play Warframe once a week, it'll give me some perks on the game and they'll let me stream on their channel once a week. Like, I'm not a fucking sucker, man. Talk to your people about paying me some fucking money to play the game once a week. How about that? Like, I don't care about no fucking perks in the game, nigga. I'll start from scratch. Because that's what we want to do, right? We want to see me play the game. Like, not you just give me a bunch of shit. That's my payment for the game. Like, y'all, yo, Stinky crazy, bro. Stinky thought he was slick from the beginning, man. And I just let him go with his shit, man. I let him roll with it, y'all. And I cut him a pass, man. And I had a lot of people. Y'all don't understand. Conversations go on off stream, man. I've had a handful of people that have watched my stream talk about Stinky like being so annoying because he just wants to fucking always hijack my shit. And he said, Cutie said she's waiting. Cutie ain't gotta wait. Yo, tell Cutie Cinderella we can do this collab tomorrow. I happen to play tomorrow, man. I gotta work tomorrow, but I'll tell this nigga I'm skipping work, bro. I'll be on American Airlines at 6 a.m. Tell her that. Tell her that. Clip that. Oh my God, man. You said the aquatic wildlife form? What you mean? The fuck? Talking about my polar plunge shit. Yeah, man. That's what I say, and because I really do want to. I want to do some collabs and shit, man. I want to get out. I mean, like I said, we're getting out the house. We already doing that. Y'all already see that and shit, man. But like, yeah, I want to get out of the house. I want to get out of here, man. I want to take some planes and shit. I want to go see some people, do some things. Oh yeah. Oh, you talking my sea buddies? That's my virtual fish tank. See, look, we might not have fish there. We might not have fish there, but we got them there, man. We got something for y'all. We got something. And then like, hey, that bitch doled out though. Normally it's a lot more color. Yeah, Hypernova, we gonna make it happen. I look, the water keeps draining, man. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, man. The water evaporates in this motherfucker so much. Like I'm gonna put a fish in there. I got a feeling I'm gonna come down the stairs in the morning. That motherfucker just gonna be laying at the gravel and shit. Yeah, yeah. And listen, Hefe, that's another thing, man. And I'll be 100% honest. Like I've had people like, cause y'all know Eugene has been big on pushing collabs and stuff and saying that I need to link up with this person and that person. I really want to, but I've wrestled with anxiety even when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? Because like before the streaming thing, I was a hermit. Like, yo, when I tell y'all, like, I went to work, came home, drink, go to sleep, work, came home, drink, go to sleep, work, came home, drink, go to sleep. Like, for real. Like, that was me, man. Like, yo, all my cats, like, interlude Nicks, they can tell you, man. Like, I won't really seeing them cats in the streets all the time like that, man. Like, so it's really, even when it comes to that, I'm like, yo, man, I need to link up with these people. But I'm like, damn, like, I don't know these motherfuckers. What if they don't like me? What if they say no? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of shit, man. Like, I'm not used to this. I didn't come up in this streaming thing. So I'm really trying to, like, get myself to the point where I'm like, I got. As a matter of fact, my man, Big Fish, said it perfectly in one of his videos. It's the whole, like, thing where you doubt yourself and you're like, no, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. Because a lot of times I feel like I am, but then next thing you know, I'd be like, man, like, I don't know, man. Them motherfuckers might say no. I'm like an idiot. I don't know. But yeah, it definitely needs to happen, man. But that's my whole point is that, when it comes to me bringing that up is, you know, my inactivity, and this is to you, Rose, man, like, whatever inactivity I may have displayed or may display when it comes to the DTS thing is not for a lack of love for DTS or for y'all and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's because I truly still have issues where I, I shut down. You know what I'm saying? Like there's days where like I'm teetering on whether or not I'm a stream or not and shit because I really want to stream, but then it can be the slightest thing where I'll be like, yeah, nah, I'm not gonna stream today. And then as soon as I don't stream, the bottle comes out. So like I say, I still wrestle with some things and shit like that. But it's never a thing of like, yo, I don't fuck with y'all or I don't appreciate y'all or your voices aren't heard and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that, when I got that text, that shit really did catch me off guard. A lot of the stuff in there was stuff that I would have never thought that was like any type of negative issue, man. And then, I can say that I had no intention of coming up here tonight and unloading like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, not at all. Like I said, I purposely because I had been in my feelings the last couple of days, and so when Queen Me hit me up earlier and asked me if I wanted to go grab some pizza and stuff like that, I was like, you know what? Yeah, let's do that. I was like, do you care if I stream? And she was like, yeah, no, cool. And so I was like, cool, because this way I can still stream, interact with the chat and stuff like that, but at the same time, you know, it could help clear my mind and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna get off that. We're gonna have a good time. We're just gonna da da da. You know what I'm saying? So we did that. I come home. I'm in a good mood. We rode the light rail train back and forth a couple times. You know what I'm saying? We're having a good time. And cause I know those of y'all that were watching earlier, the signal was really shitty when we got on the light rail. So we only rode for a little bit. And then we got off and continued to stream. Well, we felt a little robbed. So after our ended stream, we went all the way to one end of the light rail, rode it all the way back to the other end, and then all the way back. And it was the same lady that was driving us the last time and shit. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it was a good day. I was in good spirits, and I came home, and like I said, Stinky just really set me off because in my opinion, none of this should be happening at all. And if it is going to happen, and somebody does feel like, hey, I'm better off just like not really fucking with DTS. It's as simple as just don't show up in the stream. You know what I'm saying? Just don't fuck with DTS. You know? But he felt the need to send me this message. And it really was like a straw breaking the camel's back. Like, that's all I can express to you guys, man, is, I, 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 I was heated. I can't let this situation keep me off stream, but it was gonna have me boiling. And so I felt the need to like just get up here and address this. And so like I said, Rose, I still got love for you, man. I still will support you, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to your streams and shit like that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You've done it to my knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Because like I say, I haven't been privy to the conversations y'all have behind closed doors, but you've never said anything to me. Nobody's come back to anything to me to me with anything crazy that you said, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I still fuck with you, you know, I still try to, you know, boost your streams. You know, any of you guys are still welcome in my streams and shit like that. Um, but clearly, I mean, this DTS thing is taking a left turn there, and we have to do some restructuring and shit because you know DTS should really primarily be about positive vibes and fun and just good energy, and that's all I want. That's all I want from everybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't want anything else, man. I don't need stinky side dramas, and I just don't need that, man. That's not what I'm here for. You said DTS on the new management. Yeah, no, that's what's up. That's what's up, arrogant. I mean, not arrogant. That's what's up, Rose. I got you. I got you. We all, dog. We all got some emotions, man. We all got some emotions. You know, it's just like we just got to realize the moment. You know, it's just like I've told my homeboys, I told my brother, right? When it comes to the streaming thing, you know, like we'll have moments where we get discouraged, right? Like even me, you know, as Cinna's father, like yo, my numbers, they'll be all over the place and shit. You know what I'm saying? And there's times where it can get me down and shit like that. But then I remember Cinna telling me like, yo, don't let it get you down. Da, 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 you know what I'm saying? So you know, we all go through it. But like I've told my brother, like I told Fish, you know, I told a couple of my homeboys, like when it comes to the whole streaming thing, first and foremost, just enjoy what you do. You know what I'm saying? Just enjoy the fact that yo, I'm gonna fuck with this game. I would do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? But fuck, I'm gonna turn this camera on, and they fuck with me. And now you got like Rose, you got people now that they fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? So you're good. Like you're golden. Like and it's just a matter of it just goes up from here. And you know, with me, like the biggest thing for me is like I really want to help you guys, but it's like I'm so disorganized with my own shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't promote myself enough. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, look how long it took me to get these black hoodie t-shirts up. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm trying to get into the rhythm of like getting my own self going. It's like, so then this way, like I said, I can boom, like I can drop a 500 person raid on you. You know what I'm saying? Like I can drop 1,000 person raid on you. You know what I'm saying? Like because y'all fuck with me this whole time. That's it. That's all I've wanted. That's all I've wanted, yo. Man, yo. But, but a couple times I almost got a little emotional here tonight. Like for real, yo. Louis Genera, what up? What up? He said, "Oh, you're 1,000 viewer raid right now." That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to get there, bro. Like, cause even lately, man, like I've been more active and shit as far as like not only trying to stream more and be out in the streets more and stuff like that. But like I've been taking clips that have been being made for me and I've been posting them on TikTok where these motherfuckers been doing numbers and also posting them on YouTube and shit like that. Cause like I'm trying to make it a point, like, yo, I've never really been doing all this. I've been lazy with it. So the last week and a half or so, 2 weeks, I've been making it a point to like put things in more places and shit. And I know that necessarily doesn't benefit DTS, but like I said, if I grow, then we benefit. Just like everything that my daughter does. Like, you know what I'm saying? I never mooch off of my daughter, but the reality is when my daughter does big things, it just does things for me. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say we just gotta, I get that, like, there might be things that y'all want to do and stuff like that, but I'm not even keeping y'all from doing that. Like, you know what I'm saying? If y'all want to create a DTS page, like, yo, tell me. Just let me know, hey, y'all can create a DTS page. Just do that. Just do that. You know what I'm saying? But like my whole thing is like, I'm trying to get myself when it comes between, my body and all this shit I got going on. You out, Queen Me? Hey, Queen Me, thank you, man. I love you, yo. Thank you for always being there for me. You're awesome. And you know that. But that's what's up. Well, tomorrow's the end of the week, so we'll be able to close it out, and we'll party this weekend. Also, Queen Me, Nikki and them said something about having some sort of block party cookout this weekend on Saturday. I know we talked about some other stuff on Saturday too, so we'll get together. Is that real quick? Is there fish in the tank? No, that's a negative. That's a negative. I haven't been able to commit because look at the water level. The water in here evaporates so quick out of that tank, man. He said, "What's the time for me?" It's 11:19. 11:19. Hey, yo, interlude Nick, man. I'm glad to see you in here too, bro. That's my dude. But for those of y'all that don't know, man, interlude Nick, that's my real life homeboy and shit. And interlude is the one that actually came up with the idea for the giveaway that we did. He's the one that by the time he came up with the idea, he had already bought a handful of things for the giveaway and shit, man. So yeah, shout out to Nick, man. He always gets back to the chat too, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I just want positivity. And I know like I came on here tonight, you know what I'm saying, going on a fucking rant through a lot of F bombs, all that shit, man. Like, really worked up. I'm calm, I'm calmed down now that because I really needed to get it out, man. And, I don't dislike anybody, man. I don't. He, fucking stinky, man. Nah, like even Stinky, man. Like, and I'm gonna be real, man. Cause I know I said a bunch of shit when it comes to Stinky, man. But like, Stinky actually grew on me, yo. He grew on me, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was getting on my nerves and shit, but then he kind of grew on me, and I fucked with him. And then me and him had like a couple little sidebar conversations where he told me some shit he had going on with his family and all that. And I was like, yo, okay, man, yo, like let me stop, shitting on Stinky for trying to manipulate me and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's all right. But then next thing you know, like I said, man, here we go. And when when the ball drops, what's up, baby? Can you go out?